Bud here with Dependable Lawn Care. I purchased these off of Amazon. They're the Heng's, Heng''S Industries 14-inch non-powered roof vents. Two identical ones. I just flipped this one over so you could see the inside of it and the trim piece that fits into it and everything. And then I'm using the ProFlex RV flexible sealant. That's what I used on my fuel door. It worked out really nice on that trailer, and so I'm going to be using that same product again on the roof vents. The handles come unattached so that you can put the unit in place and then put the handle on. Obviously I wouldn't be able to set it on the ground like that if it had the handle on it because it would be in the way. Hey guys, so let's talk real quick about placement. The reason that I've got two vents instead of one is because this is a 20-foot trailer, and I basically wanted to break the trailer up into thirds, have a vent towards the front, a vent towards the back, you know, to help evacuate as much heat as possible. When I pull the mowers in here after we've been mowing a property, you know, we might have been mowing 30 minutes, an hour, you know, those machines are good and hot. You bring them in here, you close all the doors, and then it just holds on to all that heat, okay? So what I did, I went ahead and put an X where I wanted to go with the vent, and this is just to kind of get me started. But what I did is I kind of centered up the vent with the engine of the mower. So I've got the X up here for this one as well. And basically what I want, the way I want those vents spaced out, is that I want them essentially right above the engine on the two larger mowers, the two Z3Xs. When I pull those in here after mowing, I've got those roof vents opened up. All that heat that's coming off of the exhaust and the engine and the hydros and all that can just naturally, like a chimney, go right up through that vent, and I think it'll cut down considerably on the heat that builds up inside the trailer from job to job. Okay, so I used one of the trim pieces and a permanent marker to trace out. This camera makes it look like it's not square, but it actually is. Anyways, to trace out, there we go, trace out the cutouts that I want to make. So I did that for both spots, like so. So now those are both marked and ready to cut out, and I just need to get some tools to do the cutting. Now, the trim piece is actually smaller than the hole. The trim piece fits into the part that comes through the ceiling, so it's actually a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is measure the difference. It's roughly 1/2 inch difference overall. So basically, when I go to cut my hole out, if it's you know, if it's a 1/2 inch difference, then what I'll do is just come about 1/4 inch outside of my line when I make my cut. So that just kind of gives me a guideline. So these are the tools that I'll be using. This is a 2-inch hole saw. So I'll be using the 2-inch hole saw in the corners, and that's basically going to make my corner cut, and it's also going to give me a place to insert my Sawzall. So safety glasses on, because you don't want this stuff falling in your eyes. Okay, that easy. So that's the roof metal on the trailer, and then there's that thin sheet of insulation, which is the white that you see up on the ceiling. So it's just a 1/4 inch insulation panel. So Okay, so you can see I've got a nice thick bead of sealant all the way around. Hey guys, before I finish up the video, I went ahead and put the trim piece on. I gave this about an hour to set, and then I went ahead and I just put a bead of caulk around the top edge of the trim piece and then put it in place, and that'll take care of that. For reference, I used up almost an entire tube of caulk. You can see it's only got, you know, 1/2 inch left on the plunger, so you're going to need a full tube for each one of these roof vents. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Get out there and make some money, and we'll catch you on the next one.